All right. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why. There's been like a windstorm or something. I don't know. It's we're just gonna keep going. I don't know why my streams keep crashing, but we're just gonna keep going. So yeah, I would say let's see, where is it? So yeah, it's really not that difficult, to be honest. All right, so next up we have the Primal Groudon. So let me measure the centering on this bad boy real quick. Yeah, I've been having a windstorm, and I don't know if it's... I don't know. To be honest, I might have to switch my stream days, because it seems like Wednesdays is always when it crashes. I don't know. I don't have time to keep figuring it out. So the right side is 1, 2, 3, 4 roughly on the left. And then the right... Let's see. Let's look at the left side. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so good on the left and the right. And then is really the top and bottom that I'm really concerned with the most. So let's take a look. So we have try this again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. And didn't mean to do that. And on the top, we have 1, 2, 3 on the 3.5. So we should be good there. So 3.5 divided by 7. So it should be good there. Oh, duh, no. So it was 4.5, so that was 11. So 3.5 divided by... No. That was 8. There we go. Nick, thanks for the follow. So we should be good. Front looks good. The back, however, is where it's giving us some issues here. So that top right, a little bit of whitening there. A little bit of whitening on this left side. Let's see. Bottom left. Yeah, it's really just whitening on these edges on the bottom. So I'd probably say that this one's probably, unless there's something wrong with the surface, I don't think this would get the 8. I'd probably lean more towards a 7 than an 8 on this primal for sure. Just because of the back, like we have whitened corners, we have whitened edges. Both of those are obviously parts of those subgrades that is gonna start to deduct from the overall grade on that one. Then the Mega Charizard. Let's look at the Mega Charizard here. Let's see. So top, bottom, left, right look good. Surface looks good. Do have a little bit of some surface issues here. This is kind of seen a lot, to be quite honest with you, in some of these packs, because it almost looks like it got like affected by like the crimping process on the top here, which is always very interesting, to say the least, on the top there. Bottom looks good. The corners look really good. So I'd probably say I legitimately don't know how hard they deduct from these edges here. But the corners look great. Surface looks really good. Yeah, I think with that, I don't know. I'd probably say like an 8 or something. I don't really know how much those impact, to be quite honest with you. But the centering is really good. Corners are phenomenal. And the centering on the front and the back, surface looks good. So I'd probably say 8 if they deduct a lot from these kind of like pack crimps, which I've seen on cards before from this XY era. So I genuinely don't know how hard they'll hit you on that one. Corey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. And next is the Rockets Moltres EX. I always like these Team Rocket returns cards. Let's take a look. Centering looks really good. I do too, Mike. Centering looks good. Corners look good. Surface looks really good. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything majorly wrong with this card, to be quite honest with you. And then if we flip it over, there is some whitening on this left side, for sure. So you can kind of see a little bit here, right where my mouse is. So all in this section, there seems to be a degree of whitening that we cannot avoid, unfortunately. So we do have that going against us there. Let's see. And we got some whitened corners, whitened edges. Yeah, so it's really just the back, to be quite honest with you, is getting us knocked back. I got a bunch of cards I would like to know if I should get them graded. Yeah, I'll go over how to submit to the grade review to give you a better idea. Like, so for example, this Rockets Moltres EX, the front is really good. It's really just the back that's holding us back with how much whitening there is on this left side and this left corners, the bottom, and this right side. Because the top, I really don't know if that's just like a camera effect or not. So I would probably say that you're already kind of in probably like the 6 range if that is whitening. Because the front, from what I can tell, with the information that we have, the front is in really good shape. It's just the back that isn't. And if I saw this in person, I wouldn't say this is near mint at all. I'd probably say light play, because the front looks really clean. So that's where I'd probably lean more towards that light play category, which would resolve from kind of my self standard, I guess. I would value it more toward, or not value it, I would assess it more towards a 6. Because it's a 5 is a little harsh, because if there was like any creases or dents or dings or anything like that, I'd be more inclined to call it a 5, but I didn't really see that. So I think 6 is a fair assessment. So when I prepare the next one, they'll then go over how to submit yours. So give me 1 second here. I'm trying to find, it's not that one. Where are you? Let's see. Which one are you? Not that one. I feel like it's higher, maybe? I got so many of these submissions. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to figure out who's next. Let's see. So Francisco. I did that. I have to search you up. So from Francisco. Okay, here we go. I found you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So next up for the non-subs, next up is Francisco. If you guys want to learn how to submit your cards in a future grade review, all you have to do is go into the link in bio for the link tree. Once you are at said link tree, just click or tap this Discord icon on the right side. From there, you'll be redirected to the Discord. Once there, just find the grade review channel and submit your cards in the grade review channel. Just make sure to read all the rules that are in the pinned messages section, because otherwise I won't be able to review your card if it's in a sleeve or something like that. It is completely free. However, it is a first come, first serve service with a minimum review of 5 cards per person per stream. Again, you can submit 10, 20, 30, 50, doesn't matter. But each stream, I'll only review 5 of those per person per stream. However, if you want priority grade review and want to support me as a streamer, the Discord also offers a subscription starting at $4.99 a month, which offers priority grade reviews. So you get first dibs each week. So all the subscribers get reviewed first and then followed by the non-subscribers. In addition, subscribers also get a monthly free giveaway, which there is currently one active right now. There's 13 days left. So if you want to take a look at that to win a mystery box that I have made absolutely for free. So that's how you do it. All right, so Groudon, let's take a look. So centered very well. Surface looks great. The corners, from what I can tell, look good. Maybe a little fold here, but I don't know if that is the case or not. If it is, you're probably looking at a 9. But I would also say that you're probably more solid in that 9 because of these two little white specks on the bottom left side. So I think because of that, both of the whitening and on the bottom left side and a little bit of off centering on this right side, I think you're probably not going to get the 10 on this bad boy, in my opinion. How often do you do these? I do these every Wednesday. So I do grade reviews every Wednesday, and then I do more business POV stuff like card cleaning, doing claim sales, stuff like that on Mondays. So Monday is kind of like a catch-all, but Wednesdays I do this starting at 7 o'clock. Once I'm done with this submission, D, I'll go over again how to submit your cards. Next up is Squirtle. So centering looks good. No issues there. The back, however, does have a little bit of some centering issues. So the left side's a little bit thicker than the right, but on the back it's more lenient than the front. So we should be good there. Corners look great. So unless there's something wrong on the front, I think you have a chance at a 10. This left side's kind of scaring me a little bit. But if you go purely by the book on PSA, you should have no problem with it getting more towards the 10 than a 9. So that's how I would assess that is, you're probably looking at a 10 as long as they stick to their own requirements. Next up, the Cerule Edge. Centering looks good. Corners look good on the front. Nothing sticks out to me for the surface. Centering a little bit thicker on this right side than on the left. Additionally, and I don't know, I'll kind of have to leave it kind of open-ended a little bit. I don't know if this sudden shadow in this top left corner is a ding or a bend or something like that. So if it is, it probably wouldn't get the 10. It'd probably get a 9, most likely, if that is something. But if it isn't, again, I think that's within 75-25 because the back is a little bit more lenient than the front. No whitening on the corner, so this would probably be a pretty good submission for sure. Give me a week and I'll donate to your live. Nice. Yeah, I think if people like or comment, they get like number 1 and number 2 and all that stuff. So I think it's kind of funny. But I appreciate the likes. Thank you. All right. So next up is the Leafeon. Very well centered. Probably one of my favorite alt arts of Leafeon for sure is the one in the terrarium. Centering looks great. Corners look great. Surface, can't complain. The only thing that I can complain about is what appears to be a little bit of whitening on this left side. Yeah, once I'm done with, I think this is the, yeah, so once I'm done with the Darkrai V-Star, I'll let you guys know how to submit your cards. So a little bit of whitening on this bottom left side. So that might either be a camera issue on how the picture was taken, or that is some whitening. If it is some whitening, you're probably not looking at the 10, probably like a 9, because it is well centered and there's nothing other wrong that I can see, and it is only on one side. It's not like a corner and a edge. So if that is whitening, I'd probably say a 9. If it isn't, then you probably have a shot at a 10 because it is very well centered. Corners are crisp, and it should be good to go on that one. And then last for your submission, Francisco, the centering on this Darkrai V-Star is very good. Corners look great. Again, from what we can tell from the surface, it looks fine from what I can see. And on this one, you have a little bit of whitening, what appears to be on that right hand corner. This one might be subtle enough to where you could potentially get the 10. But if it is worse in person, then I'd probably say more no than yes. So just kind of keep that in mind. if you look at that in person. But I have seen some that have very, very, very minimal whitening that have gotten the 10s, and I don't know if this falls into that. So I kind of am leaving that somewhat open-ended because I can't really tell. It's really kind of difficult for me to put that thumb on there. So I'd probably say 9 to 10. 9 if that is more noticeable in person, but 10 if it's not, would be my guess on that one. And so for those of you who are wondering how to submit your cards for a free assessment, like Francisco just got done having their cards reviewed, all you have to do is go into the link in my bio, which should be my link tree. Once you are at my link tree, all you have to do is click or tap this Discord icon. Next, once you have joined the Discord, there is a grade review channel. Inside that grade review channel is where you submit your cards. You can submit as many as you want, absolutely for free. However, it is first come, first serve, and I review 5 cards per person per stream. So for example, if you submit 20 cards and I get to you in the next queue or the next stream, I'll only review 5 of those 20 during that week, and then the remaining 5, like another 5 the following week, so on and so forth until you're done. However, if you want faster grade review, so if you want your cards assessed as soon as possible, the Discord server offers priority grade review by Discord subscriptions. So the Discord subscription starting at $4.99 will give you both priority grade review as well as entries into a monthly subscriber giveaway. We currently have one active right now that ends in about 2 weeks. And the winner of that is completely free. The winner of that will receive a mystery box valued at 50 USD made by myself. So that's how you do it. I appreciate that, Mike. And Mike is a subscriber, so he can, if you don't want to take my word for it, he will, seems like he enjoys his subscription and the benefits from that. So I definitely appreciate the honesty on that one. All right, so let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Because where is... So now I gotta look. I would say if you want me to see like any potential whitening on the back, the darker background, the better. So like, for example, I would not take it on like a white background because I won't be able to see the whitening, and your assessment will not be as accurate as it could be. If that makes sense. All right, so I'm looking for... All right, so Kevin I did. Next is Snickerdoodle. Did that one. Just making sure I got everyone here. I did that one. Scrubs I did, I think. Let's see. I had not. Did I? Let's see. No, it's in grade review. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure because I have submissions literally all over the place. I'm trying to make sure that I have finished everyone here. So we had... So I had Nikolai. There we go. So we did Scrubs. This one is where it started to fall out from underneath me here. There we go. Jackson, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. There we go. It was this one. It was the, I think this one was the review for the PSA 1. I think this is when my stream was starting to cut out, so I'll do this again. So this submission by Scrubs, they wanted to know if this was a potential PSA 1 play. So I believe I reviewed this, but I want to go over it again so it's all nice and concise. So obviously this card is pretty beat, right? There are a ton of problems. There are creases all across it, scratches, bumps, dings, and whatnot. So for those of you who don't know, there are people who like to collect PSA 1s or like the anti-10, because the PSA 1 is pretty close to being having a card that can't even be graded, because it's so damaged or so bad that the structural integrity of the card is no longer present. So that's what we're going to look at right now. So the corners are beat. The whole card is beat. So we're really just trying to see whether or not this card is a PSA 1. And I think it's starting to come back to me, because one of the things I said as to why I don't think. So if you don't have Discord on your phone, then it might be redirecting you to the App Store, would be my guess. If you're having issues, I would just do it on desktop. So my big thing here is, the reason why I didn't think this would get a PSA 1 is because these sides, even though they're incredibly dirty, really bad, the structural integrity is still there. So I don't think this would get the 1, only because the sides are actually pretty sharp. These edges are not bent or crazy. So I think this would probably get a 2, would be my guess, 2 to a 3, but I don't think it would get the 1. And then next up is Spurs. And this one was the last one for the night, because then I'll give you guys a quick, because I have a show coming up here soon, so I got to start preparing for that tonight, actually. So the centering on this one is a little off. So again, if you guys are wondering how to measure centering, this is how you do it. So you get this. So first we're going to look at this right edge. So the right edge, in the grade review channel, Reese, and then just make sure to read the pinned messages on how to do it. So like, for example, don't take a picture of it in the sleeve or anything like that, because this one I believe is on the outside of the sleeve. That's why I'm allowing this one. So the centering on this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 on the left, or on the right rather, and on the left we have 1, 2, 3.5. So 3.5 to what? What did I say? 5.5? Yeah, so 3.5, 5.5. So 3.5, because I don't want to think. So 9. So 5 divided by 9. So we're out of that 61. So it's 61.49. So we're out of that range of this being a 10 just off the centering alone. So you can see that this right side is much thicker than the left. Surface looks fine. And yes, this was in the sleeve. This is where I got tricked. Yeah, not the thread specifically, Mike, because the thread is meant for like if people have questions about this specific grade review. So just post it anywhere in the grade review channel. So this one probably wouldn't get the 10 because of the centering. Most of the issues are just like on the sleeve, because I got tricked on the front. I probably should have marked this, but I'd probably say more of like an 8 because of the centering alone is pretty rough. But yeah. All right, chat. So this was more of a catch up because I had some internet issues, because it seems like every Wednesday I have internet issues. It's a windstorm right now. Last week, I don't know what was happening. But we're here. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to get through it. So I had to make up from last week. So I apologize if it was pretty quick, because I also wanted to make sure my internet didn't go out again, because it already has gone out once for stream. So I got to figure that out. I've had like 3 brownouts. So I'm trying to keep things moving along here. My UPS has tripped at least 4 times since talking. So my internet might go out again. Who knows? Nice, Jake. So first I'm going to go to just chatting, just in case if you guys are just watching me over here. So what's up? If it's your first time seeing me, welcome. So if you guys are new here, that's a big wall of my childhood collection back there of the full 151. So a few things. So first, I have a show coming up on March 16th. So what that means is I do, and let me actually see if I can go to my website here. So I'm going to be having an online claim sale on Saturday. So Saturday, I don't know what time yet. So that's why if you're joining the Discord, I'm going to make the announcement there. So on Saturday, we are going to be, let me do live scene. So this is my website. So it's galaxygamingtcg.com. So Saturday is going to be the last claim sale before I have to temporarily pause the store. I have to update my inventory, update my prices, and then bring everything in person to a show. Because I don't want, the last thing I want is for someone to buy a card online and then it no longer exists in my inventory and I have to refund them. So that's why I have to pause it. So I'm giving you guys a final chance before it goes to the show. It's in so I'm out of New York, so it's going to be in Albany, New York on March 16th. So I'm going to be bringing all my inventory to the show, and I want to make sure that if I sell something at the show, someone doesn't buy it on the online inventory, because I won't have it anymore, so I'll have to refund them and it's a bad process. So if you guys want a last chance to get something before it potentially gets sold in person on 16th, I'm going to be doing a show during that time. Where are the pinned messages so I can review the rules? Yeah, so if you're in the Great Review channel, all you have to do is, I don't want to show my screen because I don't want to. So if you're on desktop, it's in the top right, so it's a little like thumbtack. So if you click the thumbtack, you'll see it there. If you're on mobile, I'm sure there's like, if there's 3 dots somewhere or whatever, just look for the thumbtack, and just click the click or tap the thumbtack and it'll show you the pinned messages. So I'll be doing the last claim sale before the show, before next week's show. Once that claim sale is done, the online store will go on a pause state, and then you won't be able to get into it until the show's done. And I update the inventory. What else? The subscriber giveaway for the Discord subscribers is active for 2 weeks. So if you want to support me and the channel, the Discord offers those subscriptions. Mike is a subscriber, so there's a bunch of really cool benefits there if you want to support me and try to win some cool stuff. That is currently active. What else? I have to, so like you kind of see one of the slabs that I have in store. So this is one of them. I got super lucky with this one, this PSA 9 Umbreon. But I got a bunch of slabs. I did a PSA reveal stream yesterday. So we got a lot of really cool stuff. So like, for example, like some of this like shiny Steelix, Suicune V, just some stuff that I'm going to be updating as the weeks progress. So that'll probably be on Monday that you guys will see me start to update that stuff. So so I would say stay tuned on the Discord for when I go live on Saturday is most likely when that will happen for the claim sale, and then preparing for the show on Monday and Wednesday after Great Review and all that stuff. So more info to come there. So a little bit shorter stream for today. Yeah, Mike, I'm definitely going to try to do my best, because there's just so much, dude. It's not like I'm complaining about it, but 71 cards to like process, inventory, price in like within a week is going to be a lot. In addition to, I have to update all of my raw inventory too. That's one thing. If you guys are ever going to look at being a vendor, one of the biggest challenges that I have, because I personally don't like to go to vendor booths that don't have their prices like visibly displayed. So I take the time to price out everything that I go into a show with. So that includes graded and raw. So I probably have over 500 cards, like 500 to 600 cards that I have to now update for prices. And I know most of them are going to need updating because the market right now is insane. And I don't even know if a week is going to be enough. So that's why this stream is more of addressing the last week's Great Review that got delayed due to the internet issues. So now I have to wrap this up. The grade review next week will still happen at the same time. I might shift it from a Wednesday, depending on if it's consistently having issues on Wednesday. I might try another day just for testing. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there. For everyone that was new, welcome. I'm super excited to look at your cards. Jake, Reese, D, everyone else that was new. Super excited to look at your cards. Always enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys do too. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I got a lot of work to do. So I'll probably see you guys more extensively on Saturday is when I'll probably be streaming, just preparing for the show and talking with Chad and having a little bit more laid back because I don't have to do much on Saturday. So appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.